Good evening and welcome back to the channel. Clearly night fishing again tonight, and we've come back down to the Hope pub. So those who watched my last shore video, I'm in the same mark, same place. Plan today is big bait down the side for a conger reel, and then I'm going to throw some smaller baits out in the middle, see what we can get. So I joke, but it probably will be some doggies, whiting, and depending how I feel, I might try for a flounder, although we normally get those a bit further up the river. Rigs today is going to be a running ledger rig with a bit of half a mackerel on it, and then we've got a 2-up, just a standard 2-up flapper, but that's got a pair of 4.0s on it, and again that's going to have a bit of squid or maybe some mackerel. So just having a bit of fun today, bit of a nice easy session. I'm on my own, although a few people know I'm here, so I might get some visitors through the night, but other than that, Newhaven Hope car park, conger reels, dogfish, flounders and some whiting. That's the plan. Okay, so rig number one, I've got just a little homemade rubbing leader. I think that's 80-pound mono, goes to a rotten bottom, because you got where I'm putting this one just down the side is a patch of rocks, and you can lose a lot of leads down there and some gears. So rotten bottom on just a little 6-ounce flat lead, watch lead, and then I've got an 80-pound, it might even be 100, hook trace with a coarse lock swivel at the top, and that's a 6.0 meat hook, Cox&Rawle meat hook with a half a mackerel head. So that's all it is. It's nothing fancy. Have to bulk the gear up here because the eels here do get big. They've had them to nearly 40-pound here from this exact spot. I'm not saying I'm going to get any tonight, but they are regular through the year here. It's become a bit of a staple here at Newhaven. So that's the plan with this one, and I'm just going to plop that out down the edge and I'll show you that in a minute. I've got the hut behind me, which is what I call this mark, the Hut of the Hope. And just down to the left of me, there's a little patch of rocks, and that's where the eels do get some bass down there as well, although it's not really the time of year for that. But there is the odd rogue one still kicking about in here. So I'm just going to flick this down here, and then we'll get the other one out. Again, that's just going to be a little flick. You're not casting out here, it's just down the side. So Newhaven Harbour is it's a big hut, it's a working port, so it is deep. But the edge is quite shallow and it drops off really deep in the centre, and you get all the eels down the sides, and like I said, the bass at certain times of year. So I'm going to set my drag, because if you have an eel here it will pull your rod in, so that's nice and loose, and that acts as another indicator as well if you get a bite. Now I've got that, you can't quite make it out there, but I've got that rod tip sat quite back. I've only got the last third of the rod out, and that's because if you do get something big here and you haven't got your drag set and your rod's half hanging out, the balance will go and it will go into the water. I've seen it happen, so that's not me waffling, that's a real life situation you might face here. And again, I'm just down here, so this is the hut. This is the hut. It's got a windsock on there as well on the top, and then there's a little patch of rock just down here. There is actually a freshwater outlet that runs out down there. You get a lot of bass in the summer, but this is cast out just down the side here, and then the other one I'm going to flick out into the middle and try and find some other species. Okay, so my second rig tonight is just a 2-hook rig. It's just clipped on with a loop at the top, and then we've got two dropper loops essentially, and they go to a 3.0, just an Aberdeen style hook, and again that goes down to a grip lead on the bottom. Now this isn't anything particular, this is another one of those I've had in my shed for eternity. Sorry, I appreciate I've got a bit of funny light here. I've had this in my shed for eternity, so just getting rid of these rigs now, getting them used while I can. But yeah, nice and easy, and this one's going to be punched out into the middle, and I'm targeting other species with this tonight. A nice night for it tonight. It's been absolutely blowing its nuts off now since the best part of October, really. I'd love to be bringing you some boat content, which is, you know, that's what my bread and butter is really. But I worked out, I think it was last night, I've been out 7 times since the Conger Cup, which was the start of October. So it's been hard. There's been a few other windows, but I just haven't been able to get out for whatever reason. It's clashed with other commitments. But even those that have been able to get out, it's not been brilliant. So I've got to snatch every opportunity to fish that I can at the minute, and for me that means shore fishing in an accessible place. Newhaven Hope pub, I covered it in my last video of this place. It's an easy access, it's park and play. What I mean by that is you park up and you are at the venue, 10 steps and you're at the water's edge and you're fishing. It's nice and easy, it's nothing difficult, and it is actually a very productive mark. It's a bit of a, some people ignore it because of how easy it is to get to. We've got a car going off in the background. There's a pub, a really popular pub, the Hope. This time of night it's always got people in for dinner. Oh, we got a bite already. Oh, we got a bite already, guys. There we go. Stay tuned, we got a bite. Instantly, here we go, what we got? A bite. I might have something on that. We might have a fish already. Nodding away. I've only just cast this out. I thought I'd give you a nice little intro as to the venue, and we got a bite already. That might have bumped off, but there was definite fish there. No, we got something. First fish of the night. It had to happen. First fish of the night, and we got ourselves a whiting. Well, there we go. It's been out there a matter of 2 minutes, and we've got our first fish. Undesirables, but I'm fishing for this sort of thing on this rod, so actually tonight it's a desirable. Can't all be big fish, unfortunately, but that is a lovely whiting. I've dropped him. But first fish of the night, and it is a ting. Now I would normally put him on a live bait, and I am half tempted to do that, but I'm probably going to get some more of these, so I'll wait till slack water. I'll pull a couple of more out and he will go on as a live bait next time round. But yep, first fish, whiting. Well, that was us off the mark for fish. That was a bait, just a bit of mackerel stapled on. It's not rocket science tonight, there's no secrets. We're fishing for dogfish, whiting, maybe some flounders later. What we really want is that eel to go off, but this rod is purely to keep me busy while we're waiting for that. So like I said, I will get a couple more of those, no doubt. He ain't going to be alone, that whiting, and I will put one on as a live bait in a bit. So there we go. But just 2 hook, banged out into the deeper water in the centre. Fish within 2 minutes. Game on. Well, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, yeah, easy venue this one, and as you can see, it does hold fish. It's really good for the kids as well. What I will say is it does get really popular in the summer, and you can't come down here and have a quiet session. You just can't do it. Evenings sometimes, but you do get large groups of people, and by large I mean 15 or 20 at a time, down here, and they will spread out the length of this and round into the car park, and they can be, depending who it is, they can be antisocial. Don't expect to come down here in the summer and have a quiet session, you just don't get it. Autumn time though, really good for mackerel and garfish on the float, and bass here is really productive as well, and the eels like I said. But it's nice easy venue, Newhaven, East Sussex, easy. But tonight, like I said, got the scratching rod out to scratch. So whiting, not everyone's cup of tea, but for me that's to keep me busy while I'm trying to get this bigger fish. The bigger fish might not come, but this is going to keep me busy. So that's the plan, that's what we're doing, and I'm the only one down here at the minute. I was expecting to see 1 or 2 more because it is the calm night tonight. Weather's been horrendous, it's just been, got to snatch what you can get, and this is what I can get at the minute. So looks very like another ting, but let's have a look. Something's on there. 1 or 2 is the question. It's come off, but looks like the same one as last time. Yeah, there we go. Another tiny pin whiting. Absolutely tiny. There we go, another one. Again, perfect live bait size. We will get more. Bottom hook again, incidentally. 2 fish now and 2 casts, and always been on the bottom hook so far, so could be an indicator of something. But both baits have been hammered already, so yeah, it's old frozen mackerel, so it doesn't last long. I have got squid, but it's not defrosted yet. So when I get squid defrosted, that'll go on just because it's a bit tougher, but for now the mackerel is doing the business. Well, I've got a feeling this is going to be fish a cast for a while. Oh, this one's pulling back a little bit. Oh, this isn't a one white, and this might be a doggy. This one. Oh, this is something a bit better. This. I don't think this is a whiting. What have we got here? That might be. That might be actually. I don't know. We got ourselves a doggo. There we go. I said it would happen. Right. First one of the night. Doggo. And he's taken the top hook there, so there goes that theory. A couple of whiting and a doggo, and he's only just hooked in the skin there. It was on a while there. I left it to develop. Dogfish have got horrible nasty skin. I know most people know this, but for the beginners or the kids watching who don't, these will get you. They look cute and cuddly, but they will hurt you. Their skin is just like sandpaper, and that hurts. So get the tail, get the head, curl it up into a little ball, and then you're free to unhook it safely, and that will just come out there like that. And there he is. And he's gonna go back. So there we go, 2 whiting, 1 dogfish, 3 cast, 3 fish. Fish are cast at the minute, whites and dogfish. not anything spectacular. You don't win medals for those, but for the shore angler, I know that that's a staple diet as it was. I'm obviously a boat angler. It's not what I'm used to catching, but I do quite enjoy having a bit of a shore session every now and then. And what's the complaint? I'm waiting for those bigger fish on this rod here, and I know when I get one because it will just scream off. But normally I fish this in October time. Well, August, September, October is when normally I would be confident of getting an eel or a bass here. So February now, as if you're watching this, depending when you're watching it, yeah, February time, so we shall see. Now the tides here at Newhaven, because it's a harbour, it's a deep harbour as well, the tide can really cut through, so you do have to be aware of that. Depending on your tide sizes that you're fishing will depend on what ledge you need and how you're going to tackle up to fish it, but it does rip through. I'm fishing 2 hours before high tide, and then I'll probably do 2 hours after high tide as well, so 4 hours of solid fishing, and you would be expecting, as I have, to get something in that time. The other thing to be aware of is it is a working port, so you will get boats coming and going. In the summer you have the wind cats for the wind farm, they come and go all day, and then you have obviously the normal boat traffic, but you'll also have the ferry, and I can see mine coming in the background now. He comes in last thing at night. You need to bring your rods in when that happens. If you don't and leave your rods even down the side, the wash from the ferry will throw you into the quay and you'll snag up and you'll lose your gear. So when the ferry comes in, bring your gear in. And a point to note is do not cast at the boats coming in or out the harbour, even if they're getting a bit close to your lines, because they are talking about stopping fishing here for that reason. So don't be one of those guys. Don't cast at the boats. Just let's all share the water. Going again, going a good in that time. Going a good in then. I'm just going to hold it, just going to feel this one seriously. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a big tap. Oh, I think we've got another dogfish on there. Yeah, that's a bit more weighty. I'd hazard a guess this is another dog. Too heavy for a whiting. A whiting will be really rattly as well. A dog will pull more. And this one certainly is in the tide there. What is this? What is that? Another doggy? Yeah, another doggy. There we go. It's another dogfish. Again, perfectly hooked. And again, I'm just going to take the tail, take the head, and fold them together. And that just allows you then to do what you got to do. And the hook is just there. Let's get that out. And that there is another dogfish. Cat shark, official name. Spots on the back, and this one's got like a stripy pattern to it. But a match angler's staple. I got a bit of stick last time for saying about dogfish. I made a bit of a joke of it, and some people took it a bit seriously. The fish is a fish, I know that, but I'm a boat angler. These are not my forte, but I appreciate for some of you, they are a very welcome sight, and they are for me tonight. big rod had a bite. Now that could, I said a big rod, same rod as the other one, but big bait. And there's something there now. I think we've got a taker here, guys. I'm just going to tighten my drag up and I'm going to go tight to the line. Hopefully. And a proper bite. It's not there though, I missed it. Put that back, it was there, I should have struck that. And the ferry's coming in now anyway, so the other rod's already in. I've got the ferry coming in, so I'm just going to leave this here. Hopefully in the time that ferry comes in, we can have whatever's on the end of that. That was a proper little bite. I'll keep you here. Come on, you've got about 2 minutes before that ferry's in. God, I turn round, just get that dogfish and the rod was... Trouble is now that ferry's going to come in, create such a wash. This will all get disturbed now for 10 minutes. So if it's going to come in, it's now or never. Thing as well, we got to remember living the life of a fish. The ferry coming in with that engine noise, they probably hear that miles up the river. Ferry is now literally 300 metres away and it's gone again. It could be a dogfish playing about with a big bait, not getting in its mouth, but it could also be an eel. Conger eel, that is. So the other rod's in now, so I can purely just leave this one to the last minute. I mean, the fish must be used to boat movements. I can't imagine it would put them off too much. But a ferry going past is going to make you think twice about eating your dinner, shouldn't it? Well, this is the Seven Sisters ferry, the Newhaven to Dieppe ferry, 4-hour crossing, I believe. And it's one of two. You have the Seven Sisters and you have the Cote-Rawle. I'm not French, I can't say that, but there's two ferries is what I'm trying to get across to you. Comes in and it goes and berths up down there in that corner, and in about 2 hours time it'll come back out and go again. Don't realise how big they are until you stood next to it. Well, this is all the bait is on the big bait rod. Now I'm filleting the mackerel off to use on the smaller baits, and all this is half a mackerel which I've dropped. So yeah, that's all it is, half a mackerel, head or tail end, and obviously he's got his guts hanging out, which is brilliant. Got a 6.0 Cox&Rawle meat hook with a tiny little muppet on there, and then I'm just going to hook that once under the chin and make sure the hook point, make sure the hook point is proud out the top there like that. Yeah, make sure the hook point is proud like that, and then that's it. Send it down the side. Just wait. But yeah, let's see. So the ferry's come through, and I've just learned from my friend Chris, who is down here. So hello, Chris.
Hello.
He's in the background. You might not see him in his Loomy jacket.
Hi, Biz.
Chris works at the port. He's just letting me know there was another vessel tied up across the way, and he's actually fueling up the ferry because there's a big storm over in Dieppe apparently, and they couldn't fuel up over there. So that's happening at the minute, and then they're both going out. But I was just saying to Chris how it's gone a bit quiet since that ferry's come through, and we've had a bite, and of course I turned the camera on and now it's gone.
I was just going to say.
It's normally white, they normally come back, but it might even be on there, but yeah, he's on there. He's there. Let's have a look. So let's go lift into this. Might come off, but we'll see. No, it might have a lot there. Didn't even get it. Missed it. Never mind. Never mind. Only a white in that one though. Back again, guys. Let's just strike that one. I think this one's on there. As soon as that water settles back down, the fish starts again.
Yeah.
I say he's
That's
on there.
amazing. That's what we were saying. When that ship was alongside, the drag on it when the ferry went past. You think what it's doing in the water?
I've lost it again. You've turned up now. I'm dropping fish, Chris. What's happening here?
My luck still follows me.
Yeah, your luck still follows you, buddy. I've not dropped a fish all night. I've dropped two now.
We've had that joke down here quite a few times.
We have had that joke down here, and it's happened again now. You turned up and I'm dropping fish.
You give it the big one about the fish, and then I turn up.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Yeah, so there that is. Dogfish bite, that one.
Still there, isn't it? Doggy.
Well, a bit light for a doggy, I thought it was. But whatever it is, it's there. It's actually on this time.
Might be that stingray I put.
Are you still living off of that here?
Oh yeah. Mate, we'll be having this conversation when I'm retired.
Another little whiting. Another little pin whiting. Smallest whiting going, that one. We had a doggo there for a start. But another little whiting, guys. Smallest one of the night, that one. Tiny, tiny. And he is going to go for a live bait in a second. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. Right, so I didn't show it. Had a perfect pin size whiting, probably literally 4 inches long, and quick as a flash. I've got the other big bait in, got that off, hooked the whiting once through the top lip, just in front of the eyes. You don't want to go too far back, otherwise you go for the brain and kill it. And that is now down as a live bait. So that's going to be plodding about. Conger's bass love a live bait, so that's down now. So hopefully we've increased our chances of an eel, but as always I can only catch what's there. Whiting and dogs on this one still on a scratching rod, keeping me busy, as is Chrissy. So all good. Yeah, well, it's terrible. Doggy, isn't it? We got another doggy. It's too big for a whiting, that, isn't it?
Good for my standard.
It's huge. Have a doggo. Top hook again. Right in the bottom lip. Well, there we go. This doggo number 5, I think. First one since that ferry's gone past, though. Doggo. We got another doggo, guys.
Yeah.
That's a good doggo. Going, that one.
This
one's a bit hard. This one's going. What is this? This might not be a doggo. What have I got here, Chrissy? We timed that well because we've got a wing cat coming in, but this one was a very lively dogfish. Not something I'm proud of, but I thought that might have been something else. But alas, just another doggo. We did see the live bait have a bit of movement a minute ago. I know the key's in the name, but it was a bit of abnormal movement, and I think it might have been spooked. Another doggo, number 6. You might not quite make it out, but like I said earlier, a lot of movements in this harbour, so you've got to be aware of it. This is a wing cat vessel. Obviously got the wind farm there off Brighton Worthing Way, and they berth out of here just over there. And in the summer, that is alive with bass, if you can cast to it. Chrissy hasn't been fishing all year, hasn't been fishing for ages. We're going to let him get a fish tonight, and he's going to get this in. Come on, Chrissy. Yeah, that's there, isn't it?
Yeah, there we go.
That one's there.
There we go.
It looked like a doggy bite.
It's first fish this year.
First fish.
Hopefully.
I think that's a doggy, that looks quite heavy.
Yeah, he feels better.
This is where you pull an eel in now, isn't it? You're going to pull an eel in, aren't you?
Feel the pressure.
Go on then.
Let's go.
Oh, he has got a doggy. Go on then, fling him in. Don't lose it. Stop there, stop there, stop there.
That'd be good. Alright, oh, it's been a while.
Reeled in a bit high there, Chrissy, but you got a fish, Chrissy. Look at that. Do you remember what that is?
What is this?
It's a doggy. It's a doggy, there you go. Well done, Chrissy. The time's just gone 9:30, and I've been down there since probably 7:45, so not been fishing that long. Plenty of fish, and it's now slack water, so just like on the boat. Dogfish central time now, tide's not moving. Slack water, for those newer to the game, is when it reaches the top or the bottom of the tide, and just before it turns you get a period of slack water, and fish can come on the feed then. Certain fish, conger eels, dogfish, that sort of stuff, but obviously you don't have much tide movement, so it can also kill your fishing depending on what you're doing. But yeah, we've got about another hour, and then the fueling boat and the ferry's going to go out, mess all the fishing up, and I'm going to go home. So we've got about an hour left. but we've already had a busy session. I am hoping we get something on this live bait. I might go back to a dead bait in a minute, I don't know. We've only had one little nudge. Some other people have turned up here to fish the slack and the tide down. But yeah, busy on the whiting and dogs front, just no eels. What's going crazy? That's there, whatever that is. That's on. Let's see. We've got a dog on here, it's another dog. So, oh, it might have come off again though. No, I think it's come off again. Second time now. Yeah, there was a dog on there again. I'll strike a bit harder next time. I know some people don't strike fish when they're shore fishing, but that's twice now. Straight back out. And yeah, another dog out there. My main light's gone, so the light might look different now. Yeah, another doggo. Never mind. Well, that's bouncing like a good one. So I'm just going to pick it up. Bouncing a good one, that one. Looked very doggy. It is slap, you know, it is that time. Still there. Yeah, that one's on. There we go. That's a heavy one. That's a good one. There you go. That one's really heavy. Bit of weight to this one, guys. It's just going to be a dogfish. Come. And there we go. Number 9. Number 9. Actually, the smallest one of the lot, but that put up a lovely fight. Very. There we go. Someone's turned up and they've got bells on their rods. If I didn't want to go home now, I certainly do. If I didn't want to go home before, I certainly do now. Well, we are currently on, I think it's 11 dogfish and probably 7 or 8 whiting, maybe 9, not counting really. Oh, no, I was just about to say I'm going to start getting ready to go home, and 11 dogfish doesn't sit right with me. I need an even number, and we've got a good bite. Yeah, something's there. On cue for a change. I was about to say that, yeah, 11 dogfish doesn't sit right with me. It has to be an even number. So hopefully, let's see if it's there. No, spoke too soon. We did have a bite. I got impatient there. I'm going to try and get one more for 12, and then I'm going home. Something there. We got something there. Okay, come on. Yep. We're on. It feels like what we're after. Listen to me saying this. I only want 12 dogs, so I've got an even number. Listen to me. Oh God, what have I become? What have I become? Oh, it is one as well. What have I become? Oh my God. Number 12. Oh, it's taking it right down that one. Dogfish number 12. That is me. I am packing up. I'm done. Well, that is the end of another session down here at Newhavens Hope Park and Play shore fishing mark. Ended up on a dozen dogfish. I think it was 8 or 9 whiting. Didn't have anything on the big baits. I had a half a mackerel out for most of the night. I did have a live whiting out, a whiting about sort of 3-4 inches. That had nothing on. We did have a little take as the ferry was coming in, started to get a little bit of interest. That could have been a dogfish ragging the bait, it could have been the target, it could have been an eel. They are known for mouthing baits, but unfortunately we didn't hook up. But it's been a good session anyway. The scratching rig has kept me busy all night, so dogfish, whiting, you know, when you can't get on the boat, you make do with what you do. As a primary boat angler, I've got to go fishing, I've got to catch fish, so you're going to see me on the rivers, the lakes, and also a bit of this as well. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, stick them in the comments, and I shall see you again in the next one. Hopefully we get some good weather and we can get on the boat. Like and subscribe. See you all again soon.